and welcome to F.L.C.C. What does that stand for? That stands for Fnaf lore chaos containment. We are dedicated to keeping the canonical Fnaf lore in order and prevent unwanted catastrophes. It has been deemed that this organization must be launched due to Scott Cawthon's lack of forethought when it comes to creating viable lore.
You know, whenever I'm making these games, there are a lot of things that are in my head that are just flowing ideas, and when I have them and put them there, it's the first half of something. It's like a string or a rope just like reaching out, but then sometimes when things do progress, the roads aren't always the same roads as the ones that had been planned before. The progression of the story didn't go there, and so those strings never got pulled on.
This was exemplified in the DLC for FNAF Security Breach, as the Mimic, a completely book-created character, was featured as the main villain. This is very bad, as it insinuates that the Fuzzbear Frights and Tales from the Pizzaplex books are canon. If this is the case, then any amount of inane BS can happen at any moment, making the FNAF lore basically impossible to comprehend. Do you really want Five Nights at Freddy's to have the amount of insane confusing monsters as SCP? No, and neither do we. We are dedicated to providing assistance to the FNAF community in such trying times as these. While we do not have the authority or legal backing to shut down anyone spreading false information, we can warn others about potentially unreliable information. It is important to note that we do not wish to mute anybody's freedom of speech, and we encourage you to come up with your own theories. However, should anybody claim that their theories are plain hard canon, they are subject to investigation by the F.L.C.C. Keep in mind that since nobody knows what random storyline Scott Cawthon will pull out of his trousers, we have no ground to shut down theories unless they state that the books are canon. Because right now, the most destructive thing for the FNAF community is if the books become lore. How does F.L.C.C. work? It is simple. If you wish to join, click the Discord link in the description below. There you will be taken to the official F.L.C.C. Discord. Should you wish to become a member, go to the Promotions and Roles tab, type at HodgePodgeMania, and the role you wish to receive. This is also the same step you take if you wish to be promoted. There are 4 roles on the server. The first is Newman. You are a new and budding member of F.L.C.C. ready to prove yourself to the company. The second is Magistratus. You are experienced in F.L.C.C. and have done much to improve the FNAF community. The third role is Prefectus. You are a high member of F.L.C.C. and have access to a wide variety of server permissions. And finally, the Administrator position. This level is only given out to those specifically chosen by board members of F.L.C.C. Keep in mind that you have to work to get higher roles. You can do this by first becoming a Newman, which is given to you upon request with no extra work required. You must then scour the internet for anyone claiming their theories are canon, report them in the reports section, and we will deem if it is factual or not. If it is not factual, you will be instructed to politely let others know that this source is not in fact canon but just a theory. The more you do this, the more viable you will become for a promotion. If you believe you are viable for a promotion, go to the Promotions and Roles section, type at HodgePodgeMania, and the role you wish to receive. You can also work to extinguish fights amongst the community about the lore by simply saying that it is only a game, and that the theory video in the description is your best bet at understanding the FNAF lore. Now for the rules of F.L.C.C. You are not to use the F.L.C.C. as a platform to spread hate speech or vulgar comments. You are not to be rude and ruthlessly tear down all theories that are not canonical. This behavior is reserved for the day of lapse.
When the curtain is opened and the swords return to the veil, and all will fall to the wreck of the storm.
You must never use server powers and permissions improperly. You must not ask for a promotion that you are not able to receive. You also must never peer into the dark abyss of sea. Failure to follow these rules will result in warnings, timeouts, bans, incrimination. That concludes this introductory video on F.L.C.C. We hope that you will join us on our path to ensure that the FNAF lore stays sound and that everyone will be subject to the DAR. And remember to stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. Servel at Smuggle. Goodbye.
Hello. Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things are getting real tonight.